Hi again, everybody. I'm Alejandra, librarian at the Poinciana Branch Library with the Osceola Library System, and welcome to Art Time. Just so you know, this program is also available in Spanish in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, so if you're interested, you can go ahead and check this video out in Spanish. So today, we're going to make paper beads, and then we're going to make a bracelet like this one using our paper beads. So this is a pretty easy project, a great way to recycle paper. So the first thing you're going to need is some recycled paper. I'm going to use some old magazines, but you can use cereal boxes, some old book pages, really any kind of recycled paper that you have at home, you can go ahead and use. You'll need a ruler, a pencil for marking your paper, some glue. I'm going to use just an Elmer's glue stick, but you can use crazy glue or instant glue, whatever you like. Some elastic for our bracelet, a pair of scissors. We'll need some clear or glitter nail polish. You'll need a few toothpicks and then something to set your beads on to dry. So I have a styrofoam block, but you can use an egg carton or really anything that you can just put some toothpicks in. So we can go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and take out my sheet of magazine paper here. And then my beads, I'm making about half an inch or an inch thick. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark my paper at half an inch. And I'm just going to draw a straight rectangle just directly down. So a rectangle shape will make you a tube-shaped bead. So for me, it's easiest to mark it first with my pencil. And then I'll go ahead and cut that out. This is also a great craft for many ages. So if you have a teen at home, this will be really fun to do with your teen. Make some fun like paper bead jewelry. I've seen people make some beautiful jewelry with paper beads. Okay, so I have my strip of paper, and then I'm going to take my toothpick and then make sure you're facing out what you want to be seen on the bead, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean in a second. I'm going to put some glue just on the end there. And then I'm going to take my toothpick and just kind of start rolling the paper on the toothpick. Nice and carefully so the edges stay even. Like I said, this is a pretty easy craft to do at home. And you probably have all these supplies at home already. So it'd be a fun thing to do. I'm just gonna roll it all the way down. If you want, you can put glue in between the paper while you're rolling, but I'm just gonna put some at the end. Keep rolling. Make sure you're rolling it nice and tight. Okay. And I'm just going to press it down there just to make sure the glue gets it. The glue stays nice and sticky. Okay. And then lastly, I am going to paint it with some clear nail polish just to make sure it's sealed from any moisture and just to make it last a little bit long, because you know it is just paper, so the nail polish will help it last a little bit longer. Okay. So once you have that painted, you can go ahead and stick that on your styrofoam block to dry. And then you can make several shapes to get different shaped beads. So I have this sort of cone, or this double triangle that makes a cone shaped bead. So for the purposes of this, I do already have a few beads that have been rolled up, that have been dried. So these are ready to go for my bracelet. So if you cut your paper like this with two triangles, you get this sort of cone shaped bead, which is really cool. And like I said, if you cut it the way we just did, so just a rectangle, you get this tube-shaped bead. Oops. And then if you cut it as a triangle, like this one or this one, you get this sort of more round bead. Yeah, and then if you cut it bigger, you get this really big, long, round bead. So you can really play with this with the shapes that you cut. There's really a lot that you can do. But you can find guides like this online that show you if you cut it this way, you get this bead, cut it this way. So these are very handy if you can find one. I just Googled paper beads and that's what popped up. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab a little bit of my elastic and then use my beads that I have already made and I let them dry and string them onto my bracelet. Actually, I might tie just a knot at the end so the beads don't fall off. That'd probably be a good idea. I've seen people make some really, really pretty jewelry with this. I'm still a beginner, so bracelets are what I'm going to do today. And string all my beads. And this also isn't particularly time consuming either. So if you're somebody who likes a quick craft, this is pretty quick to do. This doesn't take me very long to do. The longest that anything takes is the nail polish drying, and even that's not very, that doesn't take very long. Okay, and I'm happy now with, no. Should have made a bigger knot at the end. That's okay. We'll just put that back on. Okay, go ahead and tie my knot. I'm just tying a regular knot here. I'll cut off my ends. And I have another bracelet. And we're all done. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. Just so you know, our next crafty program is going to be October 21st. It's going to be our next art time where I'm going to teach you how to do string art. Just check out our website, osceolalibrary.org, for more information about our programs and our other services. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. See you next time.